Hey guys, Big John here. I uh, I got a question, and if any of y'all guys can give me a legitimate answer, it would be muchly appreciated. I was going to Coal Hill yesterday, and on the drive, I took my brother-in-law up there. Anyways, on the drive, we started talking about certain things, and the recorder. Why on earth, in third or fourth grade, were we taught to play it? But yet we never picked it up again. It was never used. Why were we taught this? I mean, like I can get one now, and like the songs that we learned to play. I'm pretty sure every kid in the United States learned to play the exact same songs. I don't remember how to do it anymore. I mean, I can still hold it. I can play different notes, but those specific songs, like we were taught three songs: "Hot Cross Buns," which was easy; "Mary Had a Little Lamb." I mean, I can still play "Hot Cross Buns" to an extent. I mean, it doesn't sound as good as it used to. "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and then there was a third one. When it comes to that third one, it's all fuzzy because I don't remember it. Uh, ain't gonna lie. Part of me thought, I had a conspiracy theory pop in my head that like the government's gonna play a specific tune or a note, and like everywhere in the United States is just gonna play, and the generations that were taught the recorder and all that, we're like sleeper soldiers waiting to be woken to go to war or some shit. And isn't that what most conspiracy theorists do? Blame the government for every little detail. It's the government's fault. It's the government. Roswell and aliens and all that. When we started talking about, my psychiatrist sent home and I kid you guys not, 5 pages of questions for me to answer. And one of those questions is, if you could change one historical event, what would it be? And me being me, I've seen enough, I've read enough about time travel and blah, 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 you don't alter the timeline. If you alter the timeline, you're going to have severe effects that, it's a butterfly effect and it happens in the future. Don't mess with the timeline. Well, we start talking about multi universe and so on and so forth. The string theory, everything is connected. Everything is legitimately connected by these little strings that they're moving so fast that you can't see them. And like if you were to reach out and hit a string at the right time, it could throw you in, into the future or into the past. It's a whole bunch of weird things. But so talking about that, we were talking about me and my brother-in-law. We talking about a lot of weird shit, obviously. Um, Multiverse theory. There's multiple universes, multiple dimensions. Um, Solidity, being solid is nothing but an illusion. If you could ever control your body on a molecular scale, because I mean, all we are is we're just a bunch of atoms put together, um, which ties into the Gaia theory, because Gaia theory is everything is alive. Our body is made up of trillions of atoms and molecules and everything under the sun. Single cell organisms that and we are. Gaia means Mother Earth. She was also a Earth Titan in Greek mythology. Gaia, mother of all monsters, pretty much. Anyways, um, But Earth, apparently, we're just like cells, and Earth is a living being. That's Gaia theory. That's Gaia theory. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here. Anyways, um, what was I talking about before this? We got into Gaia theory. Anyways, solidity. Like our bodies, the atoms in our bodies are moving so quickly that it forms the illusion that we are solid and that, like, walls and all of that's solid. But it's like if you could control yourself on a molecular scale, you could literally pass through um, solid surfaces because nothing solidity is an illusion, and that's one of those. This is kind of just stuff that goes through my head on a daily basis and stuff that I talk about with specific people because it's it's fascinating, to be honest. If this is true, if this is all true, then it's amazing. I mean, the human mind itself, we use like one third of our brain. Get out of here, fly. Anyways, we use like just the front cerebral cortex of our brain, and it's like if you could control half of your brain, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, all of that, um, the whole brain. There's so much that the human mind could accomplish. But anyways, I'm not wanting to. Yeah, let's get off this subject because that's that's one of those. You know, I talk about in my videos about respecting one another and being there and just showing kindness towards others. And with me talking about stuff like this, I've been made fun of. I've caught a lot of shit about how I talk and what I talk about. But these are things that simply fascinate me. Uh, all Greek mythology, Chinese mythology, ancient Chinese culture, Asian culture in general, all of these ancient, it's all fascinating. It's like, okay, prime example, and these are questions that are constantly running through people's heads. Every culture on the face of the planet has some tale of dragons, but yet no, up until like I want to say the 14 or 1500s, these cultures had never met to share these stories. How can every culture have the exact same kind of tales whenever, they never met? They were never able to talk about it with other people. I mean, the Aztecs had Quetzalcoatl, the giant winged serpent that was a god to them. The Chinese had gods. All of Asian culture is just full of dragon lore. The English, think about it. There was the English talking about fighting dragons. Uh, like I said, look it up. Look it up. Every culture has something about it. So it makes you stop and wonder. Every culture also has stories about aliens. There's so much stuff out there that it's like it's fascinating because it's like it's like a deep, dark secret that nobody wants you to know about. That everyone else knows and everyone acknowledges, but at the same time, they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want. Anyways, that's just one of those things that, like I said, I get made fun of a lot for it, and you can't help what fascinates people. Um, Sorry, I chew my nails. It's a bad habit. Anyways, this is just one of those, this is kind of just a talk session, I guess. But anything that I've talked about so far, like any of these theories, if you guys want, check it out. I mean, research it, and you can figure things out. Maybe you guys might be able to shed some light on it for me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs button. Like, share, subscribe. Alright guys, this is Big John, signing out.